Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it may be. I don't know what it is right now. Hopefully, you're enjoying the first part of your Saturday. Fun times. How's everybody doing? Ooh, I need to mute that. So, we don't have music today, unfortunately. I canned it in favor of strumming to the Facebook. We'll get started here shortly. Alright, I suppose it's about that time. Here's hoping I have something to talk about today. There we go. How's it going? How is everybody? It hasn't switched over yet. There we go. Okay. So we need to move a little bit. Move a little bit. Let's pull you forward. There we go. Yeah, boy. There. Right there. I imagine this is going to be a pretty chill stream without the music. It's going to be weird. Different. It's been a long time since I've done art without music. Kind of has to have it. I might just turn it on at some point. Just filling up some painty paints. Alright. Here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. If not, I apologize. There's only so much this camera can do. Anybody doing anything interesting with their time? Creating new things? Thinking new things? Hey Danielle, what's going on? Not to be calling people out and stuff. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Trying to stay busy, you know. Whoops. Yeah, I streamed it a couple times to some other locations. So some things have been added. Facebook kept on muting my videos because of music. That's why I don't have music right now. I wanted to stream it to Facebook since it's, Saturday. Try to get some more people over to the other live streams. Maybe. I don't know. Hey Arky, what's going on? What are you up to? Sorry, I'm not talking as much. Or a lot, and I should be because we have no music. No music. People be falling asleep here before too long. Remotely fix your work PC? Sounds interesting. I finally got DaVinci to work on my PC for a total of 10 minutes. I've been trying to edit some video, and I really want DaVinci to work, and it wants to work. Just hangs up quite a bit. Pretty sure it's because of my GPU. So far, it's a no-go. It's Saturday, sir. I don't think you're supposed to be fixing your work PC. But you know, to each their own. Tried to do a stream this morning that didn't work out so hot. Apparently, we kept on dropping frames. Oh, it has to be working by Monday. Don't you have a tech guy for that? Hey, tech guy, get to work. Do your thing, man. Do the thing that you do, whatever it is. Tried to do IRL spray paint stream. Apparently, Wi-Fi on the front porch wasn't having it. So you broke it. What'd you do? Throw something at it? I'll tell you what works. Duct tape. Yeah, my frames per second were literally at 0. And Peter was kind enough to tell me that my stuff was broke. And my stream looked like poo. But then again, it's art, so you know. Figured I'd work on this a little bit. I should probably just start recording it. instead of, doing it live. That way I can at least talk about whatever I'm doing. We'd be like Bob Ross up in here putting people to sleep and stuff. Woo! Yikes. I found something out today. Apparently, the control from a Montana can is the way to go. Because the Montana cans seem to be low pressure and the tips seem to be pretty spot on. My iron lac, on the other hand, was spitting. So we'll work on that piece after this piece is done. If we can. I don't know. Because I've got enamel on top of gloss and gloss on top of enamel. It's going to take a little while to dry because enamel takes forever to dry. If it holds up, it might just fall to pieces. I was spraying pretty early this morning. I want to say at around 7 or 8 this morning. It's a little too cold to be spray painting because you want your cans to be semi-warm, and I didn't have a bucket of warm water out there with me to put the cans in. The cans that I had in the house were warm for a little bit, but the ones that I had outside were not. They were really cold. So and they did another iron lac run, which I didn't get because there was only 2 of them, and one of them was just way too damn expensive. So I think I'm gonna stop trying to get my hands on some quarantine sets. Gotta sell some paintings. Keep them in my pants. There's like 12 cans out there. I will probably say that the either A, I need to research some more on graffiti-ish art and can control. So far, I'm just kind of playing around, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. The piece I did is pretty hideous. Dusa likes it, but she's kind of particular to anything I do. Wear hammer pants. I'm gonna be out in the front yard all too legit and doing that little shuffle thing that he does. Speaking of retro, hey Dragon, what's going on? So I got a couple ideas for you. Okay, if you really want to make that for your window, the most cost effective way to do it would be honestly some plexiglass and tinting your plexiglass and then stenciling over the top of it. That way you get those black lines. If you want to go the glass route, it's a little bit more expensive, and then you kind of need an area to do it in. You can also go the resin route, which is kind of an in between expensive or not expensive, and fairly user friendly as long as you've got a level playing field. I know you're just putting it into a game, but I'm actually talking some real deal stuff that, can hang proudly in the mobile home. It's a little quiet today because I'm not using music. I'm streaming over to Facebook, and Facebook keeps on nicking me for using quote unquote copyrighted music, even though I'm not. Well, technically, it would be copyrighted music, but it's royalty free, so. Facebook uses the same algorithm. Well, the thing is that you can use Pretzel on YouTube. Okay, you don't get tagged for using um, Pretzel, and according to Pretzel, they have all the necessary requirements for you to use it, but Facebook hasn't updated it. So you are using it at your own risk. All they're really doing is muting my videos. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't used copyrighted music in ages. They've got it set up to be whitelisted on Facebook, but um, there's something up with just the way Facebook is. You know, I mean, not that it really matters that much. I mean, the worst they do is tell me to take it down, and I take it down. There's no way to contact anybody. Um, and I've heard a couple other content creators complain about copyright. But most of the time, and I'm going to say this because a lot of content creators have it wrong that, you can't always use royalty free without a license. Like, you have to have the license in order to use it. Like, a lot of the Monster Cat stuff is technically royalty free, but a lot of it is actually copyrighted, and they actually have the copyright on a lot of those. So Monster Cat, I hear a lot of content creators go a little bit on the uninformed side when it comes to Monster Cats. Like they think they can just use it for YouTube, and they can't unless they get whitelisted, which you have to get whitelisted specifically for that platform, and you have to give them your information. Pretzel, on the other hand, should already be whitelisted for YouTube, or at least according to their facts. Yeah, definitely. That's the route I was going. You knew what I was meaning. You knew something or other. But anyway, that's besides the point. It kind of shocks me a little bit because I know that here's the weird thing. This is the one thing I don't really truly understand, and I understand it in a form. Okay, so like all these places are um, public space, quote unquote. Well, most of them are. At least Mixer is. I don't know about YouTube. I would assume Twitch is the same, and you can source just about anybody's information. I think YouTube is the only one that will hit you if you use somebody else's content. And I know Mixer has hit a couple content creators for using YouTube content. This is my technical question. Okay. If within the stream there is copyrighted material or trademark material, could you not get in trouble for utilizing that by technicality? That's my question. So, like, uh, well, I mean, there's a lot of trademarks when it comes to game streaming specifically. But I mean, like, individual trademarks, like actual trademarks. So, like Activision, Ubisoft, stuff like that. Or is there like a fair use kind of thing behind that? Or do they just not care because you're ultimately promoting their game? I mean, ultimately, like if your logo was trademarked, wouldn't technically by technicality couldn't you get it, like if somebody used your stream like I did that one day because I was being a goober? uh by technicality, could you not uh you know report them, or I mean, I would assume that's kind of a sticky situation. Technically, it's fair use, but it's trademarked. If it's trademarked, I guess the gaming companies probably don't care. Well, they probably care as to who represents their games, but ultimately, if it sells games, then I don't know. That's kind of a sticky situation, I imagine. There's probably a lot of legal nonsense wrapped in there. I mean, because you got like a ton of artists that do their thing, and by technicality here in the States, and this is very loose. Very loose. If you create it, it's technically copyrighted. Technically, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of really, really, really loose interpretation. But are they? I mean, you could technically still get the VOD removed, though, couldn't you? I mean, you're protected as a partner, correct? Do they protect you on other platforms like YouTube? Because I know they protect some YouTube content creators. Yeah, I know the visual side is very, 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 very loose. Extremely loose, considering, I mean, you've got artists that more or less duplicate other artists. You know, example being Banksy for one. Um, and then you got like, Warhol, who essentially just took pictures and made stencils and then made cool paintings. I mean, I think his company is technically in a lawsuit right now because of it. Thank you for the host. Thanks for the auto host, Peter. I appreciate it. Hopefully, y'all are having an amazing day. Sorry, I don't mean to talk about weird shit, legal nonsense that I barely even understand myself. Just here to create art, and hopefully, you're all enjoying it. Unfortunately, we can't go to, galleries and have art shows. I actually got, the funny thing is the council that I'm a part of. I got an email the other day asking me if I was enjoying the remote arts. I wanted to boldly respond. I have been enjoying remote arts for the past 3 years. they're trying to do their best to keep spirits up though, so and keep artists creating, which is really good because it's supposedly the most creative time of human known history. 2020 will go down as the most creative year of all time, along with probably the scariest. Somebody did say that 2020 will be the year of the creative. Definitely think we nailed it. Anybody doing anything interesting today? It is, after all, Saturday. Doing anything fun? exciting, new, different, picked up a new hobby that you can't afford, perhaps. Fighting with a server. Who's winning? The server? Yeah, I kind of figured as much. We've been fighting the Rockstar servers pretty bad, and the Rockstar servers are doing some crazy nonsense. And I wouldn't strongly advise anybody on PC to log into GTA right now because apparently shit is just missing. Like properties aren't showing up. I haven't seen it on Xbox yet. So how many mods have you added so far? And are you gonna play the Final Fantasy VII remake, or are you gonna go through the series first? Or are you currently playing Final Fantasy VII? Or are you kind of tapped out on the whole Final Fantasy thing? Did you get in my recommended mods? Because if you did, I'm gonna buy the game, even though I already own it. When it's released in its entirety, is it not? Oh, you mean like with the DLC and stuff? Or expansions? I'm dead serious. I'll get the game. If you add those mods, I'm down. I'll get it. I'll jump right on board. Troll people, throw yellow Lego blocks at them. Oh, seriously? They made it episodes? What the hell? Why did they make it episodes? It, what are they doing? 7 Days to Die. That's only if he adds the mods I recommended. Made it too big? You gotta be kidding. Come on. How big is the game? Well, like 115 gigs? In its entirety? People won't buy the remake if it's too big. We gotta release it in waves. If I if you find a Lego or Lincoln Log mod, you're screwed, sir. Why am I screwed? Oh, because I have to buy the game? I already own it. I just have to buy it on PC. And that's only if it'll run. And I'd be terrible at it. You guys would be like, shoot at him. And it'd take me like 15 years just to aim. Because I'm so used to a controller. I can't even remember what. Oh, wait. Age of Empires, yeah. That was the last PC game I played. And then bought a bunch of silly games that people only played for like 2 days. Thanks for the host, Muffin Man. I appreciate it. So, probably. I told you guys this would take forever. And I meant it. After this piece is done, I'm retiring. I'm gonna completely retire from being an artist. No more digital nonsense. No nothing. Just gonna retire. Yeah, I'll keep doing art. I'll keep doing art. I will always do art. I'm just not so sure about streaming it anymore. Of course, that probably is my fault. I made it too chill. I'm putting people to sleep right now. You're watching this because you really needed a nap. Thanks. I appreciate that, Danny. How are you? I got 12 people in here passed out. It's because of the title. It's what I blame it on. That soothing, relaxing painting. Putting everybody to sleep. You don't get the title? You don't get the title? Really? Would it help if I told you you always need a towel? Would that help? Exactly. So long and thanks for all the fish. Dragon's on it. Like literally, if dolphins just start taking off, you know, somewhere, it's over, kids. If dolphins leave the planet, we're done. Oh, let's see. Oh, apparently we have a $2 million painting. I don't know if anybody heard about that, but we've got a $2 million painting. I was not aware of this until yesterday. Apparently, huge collector item. Or at least I was told. Do I have any good jokes that are appropriate for the platforms I'm on? Suppose we could tell some Laffy Taffy jokes. I don't normally ask this, but what do you think so far? of the piece. Should we, when I'm all finished doing the really fine detail stuff and we get all the rest of her painted, do you think we should throw paint at it? We can't exactly shred it because it's a deep dish. Well, I guess we could shred it. But it's still a deep dish. It might not be the best shredding. Nope. I get a nope. No shredding? Or no to splattering paint on it? It's going to be a long time before I'm able to display this anywhere. Simply because of its size. Not a lot of the artist calls allow this size. I don't know if any of you know this, but the normal artist works in generally 11 by 14 on average. That's statistically speaking. I prefer my large canvases. I don't know why. I can't really explain why I love large canvas. It's a shame because large canvas is really expensive. If I had a cutter, we could at least buy the wood and make our own wood frame, but I get them pre-stretched. I don't know. The Banksy piece was really nice and he shredded it. Although he had recreated it like I don't know how many times. He got really famous for it. Maybe we could do the same thing. I have no idea how I'm going to film the bottom of this. No idea whatsoever. At all. I may never even be able to create another piece like this. Ooh, that's a scary thought. This one's just entirely too detailed. Every time I look at this, I'm like, did I do that? I have to actually tell myself that I actually did it. But anyway, I appreciate you all for hanging out. We're going to let you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Thanks for keeping a window open for me. Kicking it, lurking, passing out, whatever, drooling on yourself. Hopefully, you're all safe and sound. You're not going through too hard of times. Will do. Enjoy your Saturday. I won't be here tomorrow. We'll come back on Monday. I was trying to make up for the fact that I didn't stream on Thursday because we had to be somewhere. But anyway, we will return. I probably will have music next time. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me on a day that I don't normally stream. I greatly appreciate it. Enjoy yourselves. Give the next streamer that you happen to see some love. And we'll